Morning guys, so this is day one of my mini cut on the warrior diet. Not done the warrior diet for quite a long time now, but I have done it before and it's always been the best method for me to strip the fat after a bulk. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm experimenting a little bit, so I've decided that I'm going to bulk for 3 weeks with a surplus of around 500 calories. Then for a week I'm going to go into a deficit of about 500 calories on the warrior diet. So for those of you who don't know, the warrior diet basically is like intermittent fasting but a little bit more severe. So the idea is that you have a long fast, about 18-hour fast throughout the whole day, and then eat all your daily calories within a 4-hour period, which is difficult to get it all in. But like I said, I've done it before. The first few days were always difficult, so I'm expecting a drop in energy today. I'm about to go test it out because I'm going to do a big glute session today, so that should be interesting. So watch this space and I will keep you posted. It's the gym, it's my first day. I've been back on the warrior diet. I have got my drink with me. Today I've put some BCA in here. Put half a scoop of maltodextrin as well, which is about 130 calories, just to ease myself in. Because I've got a big day today, big glute session to get through, which should be interesting. Okay, so Monday's glute session is done. It was tough on no food. I'm feeling a little bit shaky right now, and my strength sets on hip thrusters were tough to get through, but I managed to hit a new PB, so can't all be bad. Morning guys, so it's day 2 of my warrior diet. So what I'm reasoning behind doing this is I've done the warrior diet before. The longest stretch I probably did it for was about 6 months, and I got to my leanest ever body weight by doing it. Now the principles, if you don't know, if you've not heard of the warrior diet, are you fast for a massive portion of the day, potentially up to 20 hours of the day, including the time you're asleep. And then you feast at night for 4 hours, so say 5 till 9, 6 till 10, and within that 4 hours you'll eat your whole day's worth of calories within that time, which is quite tricky getting that amount of food in such a short window. But it does make me feel good, this diet. Obviously my fears of losing muscle mass, they are, they're there, they're valid. But it's about trusting the process. I know that, when I cut up I am going to lose a tiny little bit of muscle mass. That's okay, because once we cut down, we just build back up again. But yeah, generally I'm feeling pretty good this morning. All I've had is I made myself an iced coffee, so scoop of protein powder, a strong shot of coffee, a little bit of milk and some ice cubes, whiz them up in a blender, perfect start to the day. I like to give myself, say, like 200 calories in the morning just to give me a kickstart, and then generally I find that I can get on with my workout quite easily. It is tougher than your normal, especially if I'm doing strength sets or anything like that. But the idea on this diet is to try and carry on improving your lifts as well to preserve that muscle mass. So I'm drinking loads of BCA during the day. For this week, for the warrior diet, I've stopped taking my creatine. So the idea is that I will have a week on the warrior diet, assess how things have gone at the end of the week, potentially have 2, and then I go back to 3 weeks of bulking and eating a nice big 500 calorie surplus. So I'm going to make some juice in a minute, because juice is alright to drink during the day whilst you're fasting. So watch this space. Good boy. Morning guys, so day 3 of the warrior diet. So got up early to do my workout this morning rather than wait till the afternoon. It was tough today, I felt low on energy, but the first few days of getting used to a new eating habit is always the hardest, so I'm just going to persevere. I'm going to snack, just a banana, just because I'm feeling a little bit shaky after my workout. But I'm hoping the next few days my body will be used to the routine and I'll have a little bit more energy. Hi guys, so it's day 4 of my warrior diet today, and I'm feeling a big difference. Not waking up as hungry, learning to eat a little bit more at night. I think I've been going wrong the first few days because I hadn't been able to get in as much food at night, so I wasn't as prepared mentally or physically to fast for the following day. But I'm making sure I'm eating much more at night now, with the focus being quite carb heavy as well, to make sure that I can fuel myself through my big workouts without kind of sacrificing any strength or endurance. I'm still waking up, starting the day with a coffee or maybe 3. Coffee is actually a really good way of suppressing hunger if you're struggling on this kind of diet whilst your body's adjusting. And then if I find myself feeling really hungry throughout the day, I might have a banana or a handful of nuts or something protein based, like a protein shake or something like that. Just generally now trying to stay away from carbs for the whole day, and pretty much all food for the whole day until my 4-hour eating window. Now I know on the warrior diet that they do say that you can kind of eat bits of protein, low calorie snacks throughout the day. But last time I did the warrior diet, I actually found that it worked better for me if I completely fasted throughout the day, and my body responded to it a lot better. I've already dropped about 2 kilograms, which I know a lot will be water weight, but my abs are a lot more visible now, which I'm pretty excited about. So I don't know if you can see, but this is me at the minute anyway. Nice workout, babe.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Very good.
Very good. So it's day 4 of the my first week doing the warrior diet. I've just hit up a big glute session. Glutes and legs. Energy levels are much better at the minute. I'm finding it easier to get through my workouts fasted. But that still doesn't mean that I don't come out of the gym feeling absolutely fucked and ready to eat a horse. But generally it's going well, the weight's coming off. Lost about 2.5 kilograms already. A lot of it which is going to be water weight, but still it's nice to see my abs making a difference again. Hello, good morning, and it is day 5 of the warrior diet. I'm losing count, which is kind of a good sign because it means it's starting to feel a little bit more normal. So much easier not having to eat in the morning. Think about what you're going to get down your first thing. I've just been starting every day with a coffee, maybe 2 coffees, and kind of lunchtime-ish I'll make myself a nice green juice, which is keeping my energy levels nice and high. Aside from the fact that it's bloody cold today, everything is good. So we're about to take the dog out for a walk in this. Kind of just looks like it's raining from here, but it's actually snowing in Manchester. Hello, cheeky. Let's go. Go, go, go. Okay, so it is day 5 to 6 of the warrior diet. It's going well, it's alright. It's hard today, I'm feeling quite hungry, but then I did have a mammoth session yesterday, which might have something to do with it. I'm still struggling to get quite enough food in those 4-hour blocks, and my 4 hours can range from anywhere. Sometimes it'll be 4 till 8, other times it'll be 5 till 9, just depending on where I'm at for the day. But the weight is coming off slow and steady, so that's the aim. I want to make sure I can see these rock hard abs. So yeah, stay tuned, I'll keep you posted. Okay, so apologies, this isn't on my GoPro, this is on my phone, because like a total idiot, I forgot to bring my GoPro to the gym with me today. Okay, so I've just done a big pull session, absolutely destroyed my back. As you can see, the camera's a little bit shaky. That's just my biceps saying no. So Today's been surprising actually. It's near the end of my first week on the Warrior Diet, and today's just been a day of PBs. I hit PB on deadlifts, I've hit a PB on seated row, I hit a PB on bent over row, I hit a PB on lat pull down, so I'm feeling pretty good. I've not eaten anything yet today. It's 5:30 now, so it's slightly later than I've usually been eating, but we did have a big session to get through today. So when I get home, I can't wait to eat. I've got 4 hours of pure eating goodness to get through. I have been doing things slightly modified on the Warrior Diet. You are meant to eat, according to the guy that created it, Ori. I can't pronounce his last name without having it written in front of me. Apologies. But he does state that when you break your fast at the start of your 4-hour eating window, you should start off with greens, veggies, fruit, then move on to protein, then move on to your carbs. Now, I just can't do that. By the time it gets around to the start of my 4-hour eating window, I just want to yam, eat. And I really don't have much patience for starting with vegetables or salad. So I have modified it a little bit that way. I am eating quite a lot of carbs within that 4-hour window, but I'm finding that's the best way to get me through the workout. For example, last night my 4-hour eating window was very carb heavy, quite a bit of sugar as well, but I still woke up light this morning and I've hit loads of PBs today. Yay! I'm going to stay on this diet for I'm going to see where I am after 4 weeks, so do a whole month of it. Like I said, I have done it before, and last time I did it for like a good 5-6 months. But I've still got a lot of growing I want to happen in my glutes, as most women do. I'm quite happy with my upper body size at the minute, but there's always room for improvement. So yeah, I'm going to do it for 4 weeks and then assess, see what my foundations are like, and then I'm probably going to bulk again. Hello!
Hello!
Here he is. The Hulk is done with his gym session.
Hello! Hey! Woo!
I don't know what language that is supposed to be or what he's trying to communicate, but
what are you saying there?
it's generally Hulkish for hello everyone. Hi guys, so it is my last day of the week on the Warrior Diet, so I thought I'd do a little roundup for you. It's been a really good week. Like I said, I have done it before, so it's not as if I'm approaching this from a brand new set of eyes. But at the moment, because fat does tend to cling to me quite a lot, annoyingly, thanks genetics, I need to find ways to keep lean whilst I'm bulking. Now a straight 6-month, 12-month bulk just doesn't work for me, mainly because of the fact that I put on quite a lot of fat when I'm building muscle. It's a tough one. Obviously, muscle gains are a big priority of mine, but I also do like to be able to see my abs all the time, which I was finding when I'd gone back onto a straight bulk, that I was getting quite a lot of fluff around my waist quite quickly, which I wasn't very happy about. Now, my brother actually introduced me to the Warrior Diet. He is a rugby player, rugby coach. He trains very hard, incredibly hard, and he actually had to have a hip operation, so was going to be out of action for quite a while and needed to find a way to stay lean whilst he couldn't be training. So he came across the Warrior Diet and he'd been doing it for quite a long time. He got me onto it. So I did it for about 6 months over the summer, and oh my god, I got to the leanest I'd ever been. Now, once I got back from my holiday at the end of October, I spent November, December, January back on a bulk. My calories went back up to around 2,500, put me back in a bit of a surplus, but like I said, all that fluff was getting me down a bit. So now what I'm doing, and with this week, is I'm going to try cycling. So I'm going to try, I'm going to do the warrior diet this time around for 4 weeks. I'm going to give myself a straight month to see where I get to and then assess. But the idea is that hopefully after a month, I'll have trimmed down all that extra fluff around my waist, and still have the extra gains that I've made over the past couple of months. What I then plan to do is to cycle on and off the warrior diet to a pure bulking month, probably a month cycles, but I'm going to experiment a little bit because nobody's the same, nobody reacts the exact same to a way of eating. So I'm a week in, I've got another 3 weeks to go, but generally energy wise, the past few days has been great. God, I was up at like 7 a.m. this morning, like wide awake, dead alert, which is quite nice. The idea behind that is that actually with the warrior diet, you eat all your calories within that 4-hour eating window at the end of the day, almost like they used to do back in the day when we had to hunt and scavenge for our food. We tend to have to go and hunt with empty stomachs and then feast at night. It is a really, really easy way of trying to lean down, mainly because you don't have to worry about any food prep or anything like that throughout the whole day. You don't have to time your carbs around your protein, around your workouts. I just tend to work out in the late afternoon and then start my 4-hour eating window right after. It is a little bit hard if you train in the morning because then you go all day without eating, especially after a workout, which can make me feel a little bit lightheaded. So I tend to try and like to have my eating window straight after my workout. In terms of recommending this to people, I think it's an amazing way. Obviously, don't jump in head first if you haven't done your research. Like I said, not all eating plans and eating habits are right for everyone. But if you do fancy it, do your research. There's loads of good stuff online about the warrior diet. Buy the book is probably the best place to start, straight from the horse's mouth. What I'll probably do is check in with you at the end of my 4 weeks on the warrior diet and do a little before and after, just so we can see how much I have leaned down across the space of the month. But thanks for watching, thanks for joining me on my week of leaning down, and I'll catch up with you at the end of my month and we'll see where I've got to.